Hey guys, welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Let's do this puzzle. So we've got all these different can't see some of them. I guess we're too far away.
Godspeed.
Let's put Sealer over here and Stooge can go up there.
Let me help him.
Just so that we can see the actual things better. Okay, now from memory, I think it's related to, Old Sarkorian book, and there should be another, torn out pages. And I think we just have to match up the names, like the follower, the daughter, patriarch, follower, the pack. So I think it's to do with the capitalized names. Pack. So we have daughter, pack, patriarch, follower. Rider. Is that it? I guess so. We'll try that out. Let's see. From memory, I think newlyweds was one, but I didn't see newlyweds. Final pages have been torn out, so I guess that's why we have this other one. Alright. Anyway, let's go with daughter, rider, patriarch, the pack, the follower, and newlyweds, I guess. Is that it? Maybe not. Let's go newlyweds, daughter, rider, patriarch, the pack, and then the follower. Okay, there we go. We had to do it in order. Alright, Stargazer's Age Journal. Alright. $59,000 gold, a lot of diamond dust, 3 diamond, small bag of holding. Ooh, big haul there. I like that. Lots of scrolls too, and we've got Tome of Clear Thought +2. Very nice. So someone can get +2 to intelligence. Greater Restoration, Euphoric Tranquility, Raise Dead. Very nice. Ring, Wand of Heal, very nice. Wand of Good Hope, also very nice. Cure Moderate Wounds. Summit Mask, okay. And Apprentice Lockpicks. Okay. Where's the ring? Date newest to oldest. Let's see. This ring grants the wearer +4 bonus to initiative. Whenever the wearer lands a hit against an undamaged enemy, it grants all companions a +3 bonus on damage rolls for 1 round. Ooh, that's pretty strong. I guess we can give it to Stooge. Is there anything else? No, not really. I guess the rest of these ones we can kind of use when we feel like it. Let's save it here. I recall being able to, or I remember someone saying we can rest, so I'm wondering where's that? Is it in here? No? Because I do want to get some spell slots back.
We march ahead.
I think there's a fight? So I kind of want to
Our path leads
rest
on.
up so that I can get the... well, get our other spell slots back. Guessing it's not in here. Was it in here? Okay. Do have Death Ward still for a minute. Okay. Not here.
I will guide us.
Okay, I'm not sure exactly where we go to rest, but it is what it is. Let's have a chat with Eliandra, I suppose. Tell me about your mission. Why did you decide to remain here in the World Wound? This temple has been blessed by Pulura. Whether it is day or night, the stars are always visible within the heart of this sanctuary. It is why those who study the stars conduct their observations here. Moreover, if we ever hope to understand the World Wound, the only place to study it is within its very borders. If we leave Pulura's fall, all the work we have done over the past 100 years will be lost. Actually, I think I read this. Yeah, okay. I've spoken to the inhabitants of the temple and fulfilled all their requests. It's time to begin the ritual. Well then, let's go to the temple, and may the power of Pulura help us find that which we have lost. Such a wonderful light, may it be a beacon to guide us. Okay, Eliandra massages her temples as she emerges from the trance. It worked, but everything was so strange. I saw a place, and the road that leads to it is to the south of here within the boundaries of the World Wound. But I didn't see Targona. Something separates us from her. She's not on a different plane, and yet she's not fully on this plane either. However, there is one thing I can say with certainty. The creator of the sword is not dead. Her heart still beats. Praise heaven, thank you, righteous Eliandra, and you, champion. Is it possible that I could be reunited with my dear sister and companion? This day is joyful indeed. I'm afraid this day is not as joyful as you may think, Angel. My scouts have just returned. There's an unknown detachment moving in this direction. They look like cultists and they're coming straight toward us, like they know we're here. I'm not sure what's going on, but we have to stop them. Could someone have discovered the secret of Pulura's fall? My heart is filled with worry for the temple and its brave inhabitant. Champion, we must go and help Kater. Eliandra grows pale. Yes, please go with him. You are the Knight Commander of the Crusade, and Kater is our faithful ranger and protector. Surely together you can hold off the cultists, but the Herald of Iomedae, the Lightbringer, should remain here. We cannot risk him being seen outside the temple. I'll go gather the soldiers and then follow the commander and Kater. Do you think this is related to our rival? Could they have followed us here? I can't say for sure, but we should expect the worst. You may have been followed, but that doesn't mean they've discovered our secret, and even if they have, we might be able to stop them before they can send back a report of our location. That's why we must take action, and quickly. Alright then. Yeah, looks like it's gonna run out, unfortunately. I wish I could have rested up. Okay, let's see. Kater is following us, alright. No, we didn't get our... Oh, no. We didn't get our spell slots back, unfortunately. Okay. Let's get everyone back on their pets. If I can find them, I guess.
I will see this through.
Rely on me.
Always be ready
Okay.
for the worst.
Looks like we're good. I'm hoping that this isn't too bad a fight, since I don't have our spells. Our spell slots, so that's going to be awkward. Seems the undead may solve. Sarenrae, have mercy on us. We may have failed you, but we ask you to. Are these really cultists? Damn it. I don't want to watch the undead kill innocent people. Suspicious traveler. Okay. Alright, let's do... Communal ward against harm.
Did you see that? You brought the wrong mark. Do not hold back.
Exhausted by their battle with the undead, the alleged cultists sit in wary silence. Only one of them dares to speak up. He seems to be the de facto leader of the group. Mercy, we ask for mercy. His shoulders droop slightly, though he tries to appear confident, and in that moment you suddenly realize you've seen him before. In the vision you had in the caves of Canabras, you saw how Angel Lariel and his ally were betrayed by their comrades. He was in the vision you had when you were in the caves near Canabras. This tall half-elf was among those who betrayed Lariel and offered prayers to the monster that killed him. These past years have aged him, and he is no longer young. Yet despite his grey hair and worn features, his manner and bearing have not changed. He looked at the fallen angel in your vision with the same mixture of boldness and uncertainty that you see before you now. Who are you? State your names. Kater does not lower his weapon, and his gaze is stern and unyielding. I recognize him. The one who begs for mercy was among the traitors who lured the angel Lariel into a trap. The leader of cultists turns pale at the sound of Lariel's name. His lips tremble, but he seems to have lost the ability to speak. What? Traitors and demon worshippers here? We shouldn't have helped them. We must finish what the undead started. Kater, stop. We can't kill those who beg humbly for mercy, or we will be no better than the demons. When I look into their souls, I see grief, fear, and repentance, not evil. We must take them to the temple and heal them, then ask questions. Damn it, priestess. Are you out of your mind? You've just revealed our secret to total strangers. Eliandra speaks softly so that only you and Kater can hear. Stooge, forgive me, and you, Kater, as well. You are a great warrior, the best we have, but I cannot take your side in this, and if I went along with you, I would be ashamed to see my own reflection in the holy waters of Pulura. The priestess raises her voice. I'm the high priestess of Pulura's fall. Guards, I order you to take these people to the temple, and on the subject of secrets, Commander, you should talk to the prisoner yourself. I believe you two will see the truth of his heart and the absence of evil in his soul. Okay, that's a bizarre turn of events.
We march ahead.
Now we are making a mystery of ourselves.
Okay, I can't seem to see the loot. That's a bit weird.
Our path leads on.
Okay, so that fight wasn't too bad. Now the question is, what happens here? Okay. While Eliandra and Kater are arguing about what to do with the prisoner, the commander should talk to this person. Right. Eliandra, Kater... Where's the prisoner? Is the prisoner over here somewhere?
I will guide us.
In here, maybe? Yeah. Suspicious traveler. Okay. The cultist looks up at you, his face worn and haggard. The Temple of Pulura. How strange. I didn't think it had survived. Tell me who you are and what part you played in the death of the angel Lariel. The cultist looks down at the floor. My name is... Actually, it doesn't matter. I don't want to reveal the name of my clan and bring shame upon it, and my own name means nothing. I'm Sarkorian by birth, but I came to Mendev with refugees when I was a child. I grew up in an orphanage at Iomede's temple, and when I was old enough, I joined the Crusaders there. I was a good scout, inquisitive, daring, not afraid to go into the most dangerous places. At least that's what my commanding officers thought. In truth, though, I've just always been drawn to the forbidden and dangerous. When an angel came to my commanding officer and asked for a few people to accompany him on a dangerous mission, they chose me. The angel wanted to find the outcasts, those first crusaders who either succumbed to demonic corruption or were accidentally infected. These outcasts then gave birth to mutated children. According to the rumors, they sought refuge in the caves beneath Canabras, away from the judging eyes and pyres. I was sent there to look for any traces of their presence. And those caves are deadly, an immense labyrinth of passages running deeper and deeper all the way down to the Darklands, and after hearing of the Angel's plan to descend into that place, someone decided to make it his grave. I probably have no right to ask forgiveness for what I have done, but I was very young, and I never liked being a crusader. Rising early in the morning, training and marching in formation, I had been forced to do that my whole life. In the orphanage where I grew up, all the children were made to march like little soldiers as soon as they could walk. But he promised something different, something new. He said we shouldn't be afraid of demons. Sure, narrow-minded priests claimed that demons were murderers and destroyers, but that wasn't true. Demons were actually strong and free, and they were ready to share their power and freedom with any who would join them, and I believed him. I often thought about how Arilu Vorlesh, an ordinary Sarkorian just like me, ascended to incredible heights after she chose to serve Deskari. If it worked for her, I thought, why not me? So I agreed to betray the angel. I lied to him, told him I'd found the outcast he was looking for, and lured him into a trap. Do you feel remorse for your actions? Yes and no. There is such a fine line between remorse and disillusionment. The cultist shakes his head wearily. He gave me power, just as he promised. I spent years in the cult of Deskari, enjoying that power and basking in the adoration of the weak. And yet, well, I saw so many crusaders who fought with honor until the very end. When I looked into their eyes, I remembered the proud, noble spirit of the angel that I had betrayed. I miss the camaraderie, the sincerity. 70 years is a long time, even for a half-elf, and I see many things differently now than I did when I was young. Who is this he you keep talking about? The cultist shudders slightly and whispers, he is the Echo of Deskari. He is an avatar of the great demon lord, his archpriest. He once led the fight against the god Aradin, but was defeated. He has never forgotten or forgiven those responsible for his humiliation. The cultist hangs his head, and he knows you are here. He was the one who guided us to this place. He brought us to the wasteland and told us to move forward in search of the unknown. I know that the Herald of the Lightbringer is here with you somewhere. Warn him that the Echo knows he is here. That it is all I can do for you. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I kind of want to rest up if I can, but I don't think it's possible, unfortunately. Which means there's going to be a fight with in a weakened state with not having some important buffs. You hear the distant sounds of conversation. Eliandra and Kater appear to be having an intense discussion. Their voices are not raised, but you can feel the tension between them like a gathering storm that could break at any moment. I have already apologized for using my powers as the High Priestess to pressure you like I did, but I had to intervene. You would have brought harm to those poor miserable people. I can read the souls of others, and when I looked at them, I saw no evil, only fear and grief. Enough, Priestess. I don't mind you giving me a tongue lashing. You can scold me as much as you want. I won't be offended. But do not expect me to forget about my duty. I'm responsible for the safety of this temple, and that safety is threatened by those cultists. We need to interrogate them, and if necessary, torture them until they reveal the truth of how they came to be here. Was it by chance or by choice? Even if it's the former, letting them go is out of the question. They may not have any evil intentions, but they still cannot be trusted. If they prove their innocence, they will remain here as prisoners. My righteous friends, your words are an endless circle. You have gone round and round, but you are no closer to making a decision. I have learned some important information. The leader of the cultists serves the Echo of Deskari, and that monster knows the hand of their inheritor is here at the temple. The Echo of Deskari. The herald sounds strangely subdued, and his voice is grim. This is an enemy I know. The Echo is a terrible monster and a formidable foe. Few are his equal. He is an avatar of Discari, alike in form but possessing an independent consciousness and unrelenting malice. Is he responsible for Lariel's death? No, don't bother with a reply. I already know the answer. You see, Eliandra, we've let a serpent inside our house and a servant of a demonic beast. Let me interrogate him along with the others. They showed up outside our walls at the exact same time as the Herald and the Knight Commander. I do not believe they are here by accident. Enough, Kate. I forbid you from conducting an interrogation, not just for the sake of those poor people, but for your sake as well. Your soul is pure and devoted to duty, but every time you justify bad behavior for a good cause, you take a step toward evil. Priestesses and sermons and priestesses, since we seem to be paying compliments now, I'll give you some of my own. I know that you're practically a saint, Eliandra. We all believe in the importance of this mission, but it is not just the will of Pulura that keeps us here, it is also you. Your leadership inspires us, but sometimes holiness is not enough. Sometimes someone just has to get their hands dirty and do what needs to be done. Let's go with the lawful option. Enough arguing. Kate is right. We cannot trust the sincerity of the cultists. We must get the truth from them by whatever means necessary. Eliandra buries her face in her hands. Interrogations and torture in the holy shrine of Pulura. I cannot bear it. She walks away without lifting her head. Discord among allies. Such a thing weighs on me heavily. Somebody help. It's the cultist, the one who didn't want to give his name. He started shaking, whispering something, and then this haze surrounded him. All the guards around him lost consciousness, and he got up and started walking toward the temple entrance like he was leaving. We don't know what to do. We need to go there at once. Make haste. I knew we shouldn't have allowed them in the temple. Let's go. Hurry.
Godspeed.
This cultist has summoned someone here. We must be prepared to fight whoever responded to his call. Spare my companions. They didn't do anything. They believed we were looking for shelter in Dresden. I deceived them too, and now I will die. I'll become a worm in the abyss. I deserve nothing more. Brutal. You recognize the monster that towers over the cultist's blood-soaked body. You've seen this beast before. It appeared in you in a vision you had about the death of Lariel, when you were in the caves beneath Canabras. The monster looks like Descari, a hideous cross between human and locust. It sways on thin legs as its head turns from side to side. However, it does not seem to be frightened or aggressive. On the contrary, it seems strangely calm, as if completely unaffected by its current surroundings.
In anticipation of your questions, I will provide you with some answers. Yes, you have fallen into my trap. Even you fell for it, Hand of the Upstart. It has been many years since I caught your angel in the caves beneath Canabras and allowed him to leave his flaming sword in the stone. He promised that sooner or later, someone would remove it, and I decided to believe him. I kept a watch on the sword. I have watched and waited all these years, waited for the promise to come true, for the sword's new owner to bring me to you, to take me to the secret temple. You protected it well. In fact, the temple is still hidden from my sight, but I do not need to see the temple in order to destroy it. I simply need to know where it is.
Pater pales slightly, his body tenses, ready to spring into action. The echo of Descari, I presume?
Knight Commander. That is how one ought to address you, yes. I've been watching you for a long time, and I already know how, when, and where I'm going to kill you. Mortal children like to tear the wings off of flies and butterflies, and I, in turn, like to have my fun with the inheritor's pets.
Silence, Echo! You fiend! Do you think I do not see your secret desire? Eredin overthrew you. He brought his hand down upon you and crushed you like a gnat. Since that day, you have nursed your resentment and jealousy, letting them fester within you. You are too much of a coward for honest combat. You prefer to ambush your prey, striking from the shadows. I will put an end to this. I will put an end to you. And you will take the secret of Pulura's fall with you to your grave.
There is so much you do not see, Herald.
Suddenly the echo stops short. His head twitches from side to side, then falls forward onto his chest. His hands hang down limply like a doll. Time seems to slow as he stands there unmoving. The air grows thick and heavy. Then the echo raises his head, turning it from side to side as if assessing his surroundings. As you look into his blank eyes, you realize it is no longer the echo who stares back out at you, but someone entirely different.
Let's see. The stench of the upper plains and the abyss. Colorful flashes. Magic that deflects the gaze and obscures the vision. It must be Pulura, the mistress of bright lights, who has tried to hide her temple in my domain. How could you let such a thing happen, Iomade, the imposter? Don't you feel sorry for your angelic allies? You should have just ordered them to serve their priest up on a platter to me. The end result would be the same.
The herald's knuckles are white as he grips the hilt of his sword. However, the angel remains silent. Is that Descari himself speaking? Could he attack us?
I do not know the limits of his power, but if he decides to attack, I will protect you, even if it costs me my life. I will do my best to carry you to a safe place.
So, my echo has found the Temple of Pulura. I wouldn't call it an achievement, but it's not bad for a maggot molded from the souls and bodies of mortals. What else? Gold, light, a sweet smell. It all seems suspiciously like heaven. Well then, Iomade the imposter, whom have you sent? Could it be your herald? And your new pet from Canabras? Or have I already killed that one? I lose track of such things. There are so many of them, fussing about with their halos and wings, babbling their long, arduous prayers to some self-proclaimed goddess. Will you ever get tired of sending your favorites to the slaughter? Nothing to say, imposter? One day I will knock on the doors of heaven and you will have to answer. So remain silent for now and observe. Today there will be no bloodshed. I will send the echo back to the abyss right now.
You feel the strange, oppressive presence suddenly disappear. The echo remains still, frozen as if in a trance.
Quick, let's kill him before he comes to his senses!
Your main flaw is predictability, pawns of heaven. I already know your next move, your methods, your plans of defense. I know how to catch you off guard, and it's as simple as catching a bird in a cage. I will return to the abyss, as my lord has ordered. But I am not retreating in defeat. I am carrying off my prey, The screams of your zealous guard will haunt your every waking moment, and thoughts of him will taunt you in the silence of the night. He will be my entertainment until you are within my grasp.
Damn the demons and all their cunning guile. The Echo escaped with a prisoner and I could do nothing to stop it. I was only able to protect you. The Echo of Descari doesn't want to face me in a fair fight, so he attacks my friends and allies. Kater has been taken by the Echo of Descari. He was a wall of protection around Pulura's fall. Now the wall has fallen. You took Kater's side in the debate about what to do with the cultists. Why is the Echo pursuing you, Hand of the Inheritor? My Lady Iomade inherited the throne of heaven from the great Aradin, the same Aradin who overthrew the Echo and stopped Descari's last attempt to break through to Galarian. This is why the Echo hates anything and anyone associated with Aradin's legacy, and of course that legacy includes Iomade. As her herald, I just happened to be first in line. Descari himself spoke to us. I wouldn't say he spoke to us. The angel gesticulates angrily. He was addressing my celestial lady Iomade. He must have thought she was watching us. This demon lord never wastes his time communicating with mortals or even with celestials. He barely notices us, or at least pretends not to. Why didn't the Echo fight? That is not easy to explain without delving more deeply into the nature of demons and more specifically the Echo of Descari. The Hand of the Inheritor speaks slowly as if he is reluctant to continue. Demons are created by the Abyss to have a single purpose. They are made to destroy, desecrate, and torture. But the Echo of Descari is not a real demon. His monstrous creator used his own power and the souls of his mortal followers to make the Echo into what he is today. He was not born in the Abyss but on Galarian, and Descari wanted to use him to open a way into the world. I have faced this monster before and have defeated it in many battles, but his soul is infinitely vile and filled with pride. A pride that has been wounded. The Echo suffered a terrible defeat at the hands of Aradin and was exiled to the Abyss, vanquished and disgraced. Then his pride took another blow when a simple human witch, Arilu Vorlesh, succeeded where he had failed. She opened the way for demonic hordes to enter the mortal world, so if you wish to understand the Echo, you must understand that he is wounded and angry, eager to have revenge for all his grievances and defeats. And that's why it's not enough for him to simply kill his enemies, even when he can easily overpower them. He wants those who stand against him to suffer and thrash in helpless rage, just as he did. That's why he chose not to fight and why he did not bring a horde of demons with him, even though he has them at his command. No, he wants sadness and terror to poison our souls. He wants our hearts to be heavy with grief when we think about the ally he has stolen from us. The Echo wants our minds to be filled with the horrors and tortures of the Abyss so that when we sleep, the screams of pain and prayers for help become the nightmares that wake us from our slumber. The angel trails off. Eliandra wraps her arms around herself, sadly. Kater, my faithful guard, how can I keep myself from thinking about what you will have to go through imprisoned by that monster? And I cannot help you. The care of our community and temple now falls to me alone. Now that the demons know the temple exists, the temple's inhabitants must be brought to Dresden. If the community wishes me to lead them to a safe place, I will do so. However, I will stay here. Our mission is not yet complete. We've given over 100 years, a whole lifetime for some, for the chance to heal the world wound. We cannot give up now, and I think the others will make the same decision. Besides, even if the demons know the exact location of the temple, Pulura's patronage still shields our sanctuary from their eyes. We will stand our ground. I have faith. What can we do to save the Echo's victim? He went to the abyss, to the rasping rifts, the dominions of his lord. Even if our hearts wish it, we cannot simply rush after him. Incursions into the abyss are 100 times more dangerous than anything you've faced before, champion. So dangerous I would not risk sending you there unless it was absolutely necessary. The angel sighs heavily. I will return you to Dresden, and then I will send a message to heaven. If I turn to the sources of wisdom, perhaps I will find something that will help. We must not lose hope, no matter how dire things may seem. And I would ask you, mighty champion, to look for Targona the angel. She's a light that must shine among the ranks of the Crusaders once more. One day we will finally give the Echo of Descari what he deserves. Then we'll save everyone he has ever threatened. But now it's time for us to return to Dresden, champion, and prepare for war. Okay. Did you learn anything about what happened at Pulura's fall? About the Echo of Descari and his victim? Not yet. My heavenly mistress does not answer my call. She's clearly occupied by other matters and concerns. So far I have learned nothing of use from my fellow angels, but they are seeking knowledge of the Echo and where he takes his victims. I still have hope that we can save his victim. However, this matter cannot be permitted to overshadow the importance of the crusade. No matter how personal it may be for you and me, stopping the demons is our main goal. Tracking down the Echo and saving our ally, alas, is not. That's a bit of a bummer. Okay, let's do a rest and then we'll check on the crusade affairs.
We march ahead.
Okay, records of Pulura's stargazers, logistics. The disconnected data on the whirlwind collected by the stargazers of Pulura will not be of any help if it is not studied in detail and properly organized. Requires logistics, okay. Have another decree going on, that's fine. Diplomacy, logistics. Yeah, we're very close with logistics, so I don't think we want to do the Pulura Stargazers. It's also 14 days, which is a long time. Okay, let's see. Campaign. I'm guessing this is the Desolate Hovel. Maybe it's this one. Okay, well, we could move, I suppose. Can we recruit anyone? We can. $3,900, so let's go 3,000. Good. And let's do a search. Okay, that's not bad actually. Clerics and Hell Knights are both useful. So once we get cash for those, I guess we can pick them up. Okay, well, I guess this is a good place to end the episode. We got quite a few revelations from Pulura's fall. We watched Kater get kidnapped. I think if we side with Eliandra in that little argument they had, I'm pretty sure Eliandra gets kidnapped. So I think the fact that we sided with Kater was why he got kidnapped, I think. But yeah. We did manage to unlock the Desolate Hovel, and that's where we will definitely be going next, because I think that leads to Arilu's lab, which is where we can get another mythic level, so definitely want to get that. But yeah, that's the plan moving forward for the next episode. Thanks a lot for joining me for this one, and I hope to catch you in the next one. In the meantime, hope you have a great day.